are gonna hang. All right, it's Jevity. That's the name of the solution, which I forgot to grab. And then the flow rate and the concentration, all the stuff, and the patient's name, of course, and the date of birth and everything, the date of order, like that.
Okay.
So you will gather your supplies. You need your emesis basin, which is this. You need what do you call this? I forgot the name. Whatever. And 60 cc syringe. And a pair of clean gloves, the chalk, and your bag, the kangaroo bag. Let me grab the solution.
Okay.
I was like, oh, what is happening?
Do you remember if?
It's gonna. The bottle is this one, but
Okay.
it's
Usually
this is water. It's milky.
Right. It looks
Well,
like
is
like insurance.
stripping.
Oh yeah. Oh, all right. Thank God that you saw it. All right. So
My name. One quick question: is this formulated by the pharmacy specific for the patient, or is this something stock that we can get from the bank? I always forget.
well,
If it's Jevity, I'm assuming it's already
it's
stocked.
usually stock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually stock. It depends on what kind of solution. Like if you need a lot of lipids or you need more proteins, they have usually stocks,
Okay.
But they do sell it separately, not exactly from the pharmacy. Excuse me, I could just. So, next, these are your supplies. You go grab all of them. You're gonna wash your hands after gathering all your supplies, and then we will introduce ourselves to the patient. My name is Marlene. I'm your nurse for today. What is your name? What is your date of birth? Check the ID band. Okay, we have the barcode, so you can verbalize. I'm gonna scan the ID band. I'm here to give you your fitting. So great. I forgot to put the NGT. All right, so you will look at the NGT. You don't need to put it because it's difficult to explain it if there's no real NGT there. So just a second.
Okay.
When you go in, we have the NGT already inserted on the patient's nose.
Also, it'll be inserted from the beginning, or do we have to do the insertion ourselves?
No, you don't have to insert it.
Oh yes.
It's gonna be in already. So, so when we insert this on the patient, we ask the patient to sip some water, and you ask to swallow or saliva, so that it can move like.
So every time they swallow, you would advance.
Yeah. This is a mannequin, so there's something blocking over here.
Right.
I could advance it a little bit more, but I forgot how to measure this.
Isn't it that you wrap it around the ear or something like that, from here down to here or something?
Yeah, until the.
At least until the xiphoid process, or okay,
It's,
something like that.
Yeah.
I'll look at it. I'll watch a video again. And you have to tape it a weird way around the nose.
yeah, we usually have some. You can purchase. The hospital usually has a nice, securing device, but you can do it like this, right? All right. So, and we have this thing over here, so that it's not gonna get tugged. This here. Right here. And it's the pin. We pin this on the patient's wow. Oh, it's there.
I was wondering where there's a pin right there too.
Okay, it got. All right. Anyways, we have extra pin. All right, it's broken. You throw it away. Won't put it in the sharps container. Sharps container.
I'll take care of
May ano eh.
Oh. If not, there should be one in the. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna wait for him. And what we're gonna do to the patient, we will explain to the teacher how to check on the length of the NG tube. All right. So you see the markers there? Usually it's indicated on the nurse's note how long it is, like, you know, how far, you know, from the tip of the nose here to here, like, you know. Usually the nurse indicates it or write it down, documents it. So you have to make sure that you check it. Because if it moved further out, then that's out of the stomach, you know. You need to probably move it further down, you know. So you tell the teacher, I'm gonna check if the length is correct based on the documented length, you know.
That's gonna be in the doctor's note?
No, usually in the nurse's note.
Nurse's note.
All right. Doctor doesn't really like tell you how long you should.
Okay.
It should be out, like how far from the nose to the tip here. Yes. So you will also now wear your gloves. All right. So wear your gloves. Put this chalk over here. This one has a cup, usually a little cover, because it's not supposed to be open all the time. All right, it has a cup usually, but for some reason we don't. We'll put our supply is like that. I don't know why they sell it like that. You will put your chalk, wear your gloves first.
Well, let's say you
right?
take the card already. Let's say you got the doctor. Okay.
You will put the chalk on top. Over here. And here to prevent, you know, any splashes, you know. All right, so there's a cup here, usually, because you're not supposed to allow this to be like open all the time. Yeah. So you can open it, grab your 60cc syringe, right? You can kink this. Kink it first, then open, all right, the cup here. And then you will attach this over here. And let go. And then you will aspirate. All right, so this one has a capacity of 60 cc or 60 ml. All right, so if you reach 60, that's the maximum, and you don't feel any resistance, that means you have more inside the stomach. All right, so you will kink this again, put this amount over here, and then aspirate again. All right, so if you reach 60 again, and you still don't feel resistance, that means you have 120, you aspirated 120. So that's more than 100. You will tell the teacher, I will stop the feeding, all right? Or not continue with the feeding. I won't give the feeding and I will inform the physician. All right?
Okay.
That's your intervention. You don't give the feeding, you have to inform because it's not normal. All right?
Right.
He's not digesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the other scenario, you have to verbalize all the scenarios. All right. The other scenario is you aspirated and you aspirated like 60. And there's a resistance. That means it's empty. All right. You just push it back. All right.
Okay.
Or leave a little bit. Yes, you have to leave a little bit. And you put it over here and grab your pH paper and check if
Okay.
it's acidic. It has to be acidic, all right? The other scenario, so that's 100 or less is normal.
It's good.
It's okay, it's good. You have to push it back and continue with the feeding, right? The other one is you aspirated, right? And even a little bit, nothing came out, right? Even a little greenish juice, all right? Gastric acid, there's nothing, all right? It could be in the lung, all right? So you will tell the teacher I could reposition the patient, all right? Put him on the other side because the end of the tube could be sticking on
The right lung.
no, not lung, but the stomach,
Okay.
the lining of the stomach.
Okay.
So you can reposition the patient and do it again, all right? If I really did not aspirate anything, it could be in the lungs, so I will check I will ask for x-ray, you know, to make sure that it's, I won't give any feeding, of course. I will not give the feeding and inform the physician, all right? So everything is fine. You tell the teacher, I aspirated, it's only 60 or 50, and that's fine. I will push it back a little bit and get a little bit over here and check the pH. And it's normal, normal. It's acidic, so it's good. It's in the tube is in the right place, right? Then we will go and take this out, put this over here, and by gravity we will flash. All right, you have to measure, that's why you have to kink it like this. Put 30 mL of water, drinking water, all right, and then allow the water to flush the tubing, all right? Because when you aspirated, you might have like taken some solid materials up there, and if you don't flush it, it's gonna dry and become like it might clog the tube. All right, so you have to flush it after aspirating. All right, after flushing, you will cover it again with an imaginary cover. All right, leave it there, and you're gonna prepare your bag. All right, so in our order, you only give it's a bolus amount. We will just probably put 10 ml or last semester we only put 3 ml, so very little. So we'll probably just put more, like 10 ml. And you measure it, you can measure it from here, ml, ounce, we use ounce. So, or 5 ounces, like this. You can measure from here, you pour it, but first you have to open this and wipe it with alcohol, all right? And then pour it, all right? Usually there's like a foil inside, all right? So this is like, there's a foil here. So you have to rip it first and then put it back, all right? Or if you want, you can just pour it. Why waste your time, right? You just go like this, all right? So 5 ml probably. I'm gonna check how much they want to. But last semester is only 3 ounces, not mls. 3 ounces. All right. So basically very little, you know, like 5 probably. I'll ask them if they want 5 or 10. And then you will hang this. Be careful, right? You can hang it over here. And then we will make sure that this is close. So make sure this clamp is closed, right? Or else you're gonna put everything on the floor, right? Yeah. Right, so you will put the amount, 5 mLs or 3 cc, 3 ounces, not 5 mLs, 5 ounces over here, all right? And then you will prime it. It's almost like Ivy Piggyback. Right, you will have, you can use the MSC and prime it, all right? So you will allow that fluid to go through there and here and there. And when it starts leaking, you close it, all right? Then we will go and put this over here. So this goes here. Just push it like this. Right. I think it's better if you put it like this.
Right.
Yeah, that's the right way. And then we will, this very soft membrane, you touch it, it's different. You have to coil this around here. And then make sure that this metal here is like all the way here, up there. And then this one we put over here and close it. Alrighty.
Okay.
So we can wipe this. You can open it and wipe it with alcohol, and then we will attach this over here. And then we will turn this on. Hopefully it has enough batteries. Oh, low bat. Right. So the first is you're gonna put the how much? You're noisy. Let's close it. This is the volume.
Can you see?
Volume to
Yeah.
be infused. So you just press how much, you know. I hope it's not moving.
I guess 10 is the maximum.
Yeah, I guess so. And then oh, it is then.
Yeah, so I think it's between only 1 and 10.
And then we will go and why is this not? Yeah, it is 10. But that's last time it wasn't 10. We have to check
Hold on, let me
this.
plug it in for you.
We have
You might have
an extension over there.
Yeah, right there.
I know we have extension now.
Oh, not an extension, but
You know what? We have an outlet here. Let me see if I can plug it in.
It's not an outlet.
It's not standard. Okay, there's an extension down there. Let me just go in and get it.
Here the volume. Oh, that's good.
It's better?
Yeah. All right, volume. It's only 10.
Thank you.
Oh, it's going up. Oh, I know it should work.
Oh, so I guess low battery.
So,
doesn't do
yeah,
it.
low bat. Volume. This is I forgot the order. I think it's I gonna tell you only like a few mLs per hour. Usually it's like 80. I think they only gave 20 or something. 20 ml per hour. I'm gonna check. And this you start. It's gonna alarm because there's nothing in there. Right. All right. So basically, it's gonna stop because it's only 20 ml per hour, so it's very little amount,
okay.
you know. And then once it's gonna start all over again. It's gonna move. And also this one has to be open. Oh my goodness! Look at me. You have to open that. It'll alarm. First of all, there's only air. Second, it's clump. So you have to open this after you thread it over here. Because if it's not if it's not threaded over there, it's gonna like just sip out, like, you know. So thread it first, then you open, you know, once you have all the numbers in before you start. Yeah. And then you will tell the teacher that after all the bolus, it's gonna be just bolus amount. All the bolus amount is in the patient, taken by the patient. I will, of course, stop this, hold it, and then I will. You can wear your gloves again. Wear another gloves. You will grab this, all right, and then you have to flush, all right. After you feed the patient, you have to flush. So 30 ml of water, flush the tubing, all right, by gravity, and then you will just cover the this one, the tubing, and you're done. We will clean up and wash your hands, remove your gloves, wash your hands, and document in your nurse's note and also in the intake and output sheets.
Okay.
Alrighty. You have any questions? Let me check how much they did last semester.
But that's it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, that's it.